All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another night here of On the Pole Racing. Here tonight, as we got things situated, not sure why this isn't showing up now. Oh, man, this is going to be a problem, I think. All right, let's give that a moment here. We got qualifying going underway right now. We got Ben Summerford out front right now. He's out on track in the number 22. Currently looking there, Tim Richardson, though, in the number 2 as he comes there across the line, out here for his first lap. No times in yet. 3:33 remaining in qualifying. All right, we'll grab C here. We have to close this down on my end, and hopefully we can get it back here. All right, well, we got one driver sitting here saying Zycolton B is going to go and win tonight. I don't see that name here on the roster at the moment. Yeah, we get set, ready to rock and roll here, trying to get this back up and running. As SDK last couple of days has given me some problems, as well as the mic here. Mark Morton back here in third right now with a 54.872. Summerford out front with a 54.835. Ben Ryan up to third now with a 54.851. Adam Springle out front now with a 54.830. We said we're trying to get things to come up here. And for some reason, it's not clicking into the stream here for some odd reason. Well, bear with me as we try to get it back up and running here the way it should be. Hey, driver getting ready to quit the the driver finishing up their qualifying runs. Okay, so there comes that. See if we can get it up over here. Looks like we're getting ready for the grid. And I'm not showing anything over there, which, great. All right, well. Try to get this up here again. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Grid coming up. Starting on pole, we have Adam Sprinkle, Ben Summerford there in second. Row number 2 on the inside in third is going to be Barry Tolleson there in the number 28. Next there in the outside row of row number 2 is going to be Jimmy Pilon in the number 29. Inside, row number 3, in 5th position tonight, that's going to be Ben Ryan, driving at number 67. Johnny Hurst there in 6th, driving that in that 3 machine. Mark Morton in 7th, driving that number 88. Outside, row number 4, in 8th is going to be Eric Copperthorne with that number 98. Dakota Iskrig 9th, Gary Miller there in 10th. In 11th is Ramsey. Ryan Hunter in 12th. Row number 7 is going to be Tim Richardson on the inside with Mike Presley to his outside. Ty Manning on the inside of row number 8, starting 15th tonight, that number 78. Sam Lucier there is 16th. Brian Tiffany there in 17th. Liam Beebe there 18th. Jack Wilkinson there 19th. Robert Monday in 20th. Wayne Isabel in 21st. Brandon McKee there 22nd. Matt Barker 23rd. Doug Wagner in 24th. That's going to be your field here tonight. Hey, driver gets set, ready to rock and roll here around Talladega. A lot of great looking trucks out there. Always a pleasure to put this race on. Here on air, that is. You got to thank James Wagner Welding and Roughneck Racing for making it possible to bring this race to you. They're in on down here, out of turn number 3, down through the backstretch. It'll be Ben Summerford out front. Jimmy Pilon there, out there in second. Route, he tries to get up there into that top position. Barry Tolleson there in 4th. Or I'm sorry, no, Tolleson now up there in the 5th. Or 3rd, rather. No, wrong way. 3rd as he gets that bottom lane, getting to work there with that number 28. Pilot out there on the outside trying to get it pushed along there. Right there behind that Ole Miss 22 of Ben Summerford, as Summerford's leading the way down here through the tri-oval. In the corner number 1 they storm. 50 laps to distance. A 96 there. Matt Barker, and back here towards the back, not even with the field, must have started from the pits. Sitting 24th. So he's got a lot of work to do to get that machine up there towards the front. Doug Wagner back here towards the back. Also lap down. Wayne Isbell, Brandon McKee. Not sure why they're a lap down, as it shows on my scoreboard. Hopefully that changes. We'll see, though. Otherwise, we got 4 drivers starting a lap down. Down onto the backstretch. Ben Summerford is leading. You got Jimmy Pilon up there on the outside trying to battle with them. Got that interstate battery number 3 of Johnny Hurst there behind him. Working there off of 4, back out here onto the front stretch. Showing Wagner is out, but I didn't think that was the case. Now Wagner's back here. Matt Barker is also back here. Once again, my scoreboard is going a little funky. As they head on down through here out of the corner. Down that back straightaway, side by side, you see Pylan got himself out there to the lead. Up on that high side. Down through turn 3 and 4, if I'm looking at it right, or am I through turn 1 and 2? Coming through 3 and 4, out onto the front stretch, so I was right. As you see there, Ben Summerford rolling that bottom, still trying to gain something. Out off the corner, across the stripe, down into corner number 1. Here at lap number 5, everybody's doing a great job staying side by side for now. Got a long race, we're not even halfway. We just pretty much started. As we're here at lap number 5, down the back straightaway. Each driver doing everything they can to make sure that they can get up towards the front. As you're looking here at the 67 of Ben Ryan. Back here at the 88, Mark Morton, Dakota Iskrig there in 10th. In that number 40. Back up front here to the 28, Barry Tolleson. Sitting there on the inside. Working here off that corner, back out here onto the backstretch. Ben Summerford holding the lead down there on the bottom side, out here towards the front. Up there on that high side, at number 15 there, Gary Miller. Right behind him's the 27 of Ryan Hunter. Brandon McKee there in the 31, back here in about 22nd. Doug Wagner up 5 positions now as his night goes along. Currently sitting back there in 19th. Down here through off of corner number 1. Down here, 3 wide. Tell me that's... Down here through the back straightaway, down here into corner number 3. Head on down through here, off the corner. You see Pylan there in the middle, Summerford down on the bottom, Tolleson up there at the top. Sprinkle there in 4th, Mark Morton there in 5th. All right, we got 3 wide action going on here on lap. Jimmy Powell as your leader there in that middle row. Bringing with him Adam Sprinkle. That 22 there, Ben Summerford not giving up down there on the bottom side. All right, down here, out of the corner. Hey, drivers really putting on a show here as they're going 3 wide into corner number 3 for another time. At 27 there in the middle. That's Ryan Hunter. Here comes Thorin up there to the top side. Jimmy Pilot, middle of row number 2 there. You got that 28 of Barry Tollinson working there on the outside. Now Tollinson ends up falling back a little bit on that most outside row. These drivers really starting to stack up here at lap number 12 of the 50 to complete. With Rowdy there in second. Down there through the middle row. He's got nobody at his back bumper right at the moment, but with the side drafting might be okay. But here comes that 3. Going to look to the inside road, decide better of it. Going to stay up here with his drafting partner of that 27 of Ryan Hunter. Down out of corner number 3 and 4 they go. Oh no, Pollen is around. Who's going to catch him? Nobody. Oh, we got a couple into the outside wall there past him. And somebody goes for a ride. I don't know who that might have been. We try to catch up with him. That's the 57. Robert Monday. Caution comes out. Now Rowdy goes around in that number 29. Looking at the replay. So we got a couple of them kind of get loose up there. You can see the 3 of Johnny Hurst getting up into the outside wall. Pilot ends up getting loose, coming around. Down through the track they come. Everybody scatters. Now, looks like that 57. Oh, just bad spot. Pilot comes down and clips him. Tough break for some of these drivers as this night, we're not even halfway here. So hopefully they have time to get things situated and worked on and get themselves back in here as we're here at caution number 1. Looks like we got 2 meatballs on the grid. That's what that black flag is with the yellow circle. Brian Tiffany and Mark Morton. So there you see Brian Tiffany there on pit road. Mark Morton also has to come in. He's sitting in 12th right now. And, his don't look too terrible, but he's still got that meatball on the truck. Meatball gone away. Truck is fixed. And don't pay attention to those signs that are saying out. It's not true. And see Ryan Hunter there. Tyler Manning. And back here. On pit road, coming up. As they move here off of the corner, heading back out onto that backstretch. We're going to take a short commercial break and be back here at Talladega in just a moment.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkes Grove, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
All right, we're back here from the Speedway. Hopefully it all works out. Yeah. All right. Hopefully it all works out as we get ready to rock and roll still here with Roughneck Racing. Now, drivers will get ready to bundle it up. Get ready here for some more racing. Probably about lap 16 we'll take the flag if my calculations are right. Take a look at that pace truck. Lights go out. We're going to be green flag racing next lap. Everybody gets lined back up here. Matt Barger back here in 23rd. Down on pit road. Not having a night he was hoping for, it looks like. Brandon McKee back here 22nd. Johnny Hurst coming out of the pits. These drivers are rolling here through turn 2. Johnny Hurst, Brandon McKee. Back at the tail end of the thing. Matt Barger coming out. We'll take the green flag at lap 17 here. Down here out of corner number 3 and 4. These drivers trying to make sure they're lined up, ready to go. Off at corner 3. Back down here out of the front stretch. Pace truck rolls off. Fred's going to bring it down there on the pit lane. Barney will grab that green flag. And out and away we go. Green flag is out. We're down and away here at Talladega. Starting back here at lap 17. Little short of halfway here with our first caution. Now we head on down into corner number 1 and 2. These drivers really putting it together here. One caution here at Talladega. I'm going to say that's not too terrible considering we've run 15 laps without a caution. 14 laps without a caution. If the first will come out around there. or lap 13 rather. Back out onto that back straightaway down here into corner number 3. You got 27 there. Brian Hunter sitting in second. Piling back there in about 8th. The 83 there of Liam Beebe sitting in about 10th. That outside lane's trying to start to form. Liam Beebe jumps up there to the high side for a moment. Thinks better of it. Down here off at corner number 2. Down through the back stretch. Hey, driver really putting up a fight. Adam Sprinkle up there in front. Ryan Hunter there second. Chris Ramsey third. Ben Summerford there fourth. Barry Tollison there in fifth. Now he's dropped back to 6th as Eric Carpenter jumps up there to 5th. Piling Rowdy, now he jumps up as we got that outside lane coming to life once again. We're going 3 wide all through the pack. Lap 19 soon to be on the board as 18 will be in the books. Here in the 50-lap shootout here with the Regal Raps, with the James Wagner Welding Super Speedway Series. On board there with Adam Sprinkle. That number is 77 as they work here off of corner number 2, back out onto the backstretch. Barry Tollison there up to second. Adam Sprinkle hanging on to second now. And at 77 there in the middle lane. At 27, Brian Hunter working there on the bottom lane. Trying to pull that bottom lane along. 28 out there up top, Barry Tollison. And here's the thing. When they're running 3 wide like this, it takes nothing to drop a group of positions. I mean, you're going to be sitting 3rd one moment and look up again and you're sitting 8th. That's how quickly things can go here in this big pack of trucks. At one moment, like I said, you're sitting 3rd. Next moment, you're sitting 8th. And you're like, wait a minute, where did I get past from? And you look up to the top side of the racetrack or bottom side of the racetrack and you're like, oh. It's 3 wide, many lanes deep down that back straightaway. Matt Barger, I don't know if he's hanging on here or if he's just back here. He's really having a problem tonight. I don't know quite what his issue is. As you're on board there now with the James Wagner Welding sponsored machine of Adam Sprinkle. He's out there in front. Eric Copperthorne back there. And about 5th. And see the outside lane still trying to move along there. Thank everybody for tuning in to FFTV tonight here for On the Pole from Roughneck Racing, James Wagner Welding Super Speedway Series here tonight. It is trucks at Talladega. And if you've been following this series on Monday nights, you do notice that we run a different car at a different track each week. But the thing that stands out is they're all super speedways. So, Talladega, Daytona, Echo Park, formerly known as Atlanta. And we're out of corner number 1 into 2, back out onto that back straightaway. Now we've dropped to just double file racing. We work back down here through the front stretch. Lap number 22. Gonna be here down lap 23. 22 in the books. Through turn 1 and 2. 3 wide there for 3rd. With the 83 of Liam Beebe there in the middle. We got the 30 there of Doug Wagner up there to the top side. What a run for him tonight. And he's up 19 positions up there to the top side. Started towards the back. Now on a lead lap up here trying to get everything situated as Doug now gets up there towards the top side. Sitting in about 6th, 5th or 6th, depending on how the lanes situate. It looks like that center lane is disappearing a little bit. Now they're coming back to life. 3 wide down here through in the corner number 1 and 2. They're 3 wide. Many rows deep here coming down the backstretch now. These drivers really trying to hang on. Not sure how many are here in this pack. Trying to figure out where some of these drivers are. Ty Manning, Wayne Isabel, and Brandon McKee working together. So Robert Monday, Mike Presley. Ty Manning being back here in 18th position. So there's 18 trucks stacked up tight there in those 3 rows, or 3 wide rows. There's 18 trucks. Doug Wagner out there to the lead. Whoa, no, hang on to it. Are we going to push 4 wide? Careful. The 88 there of, is that Morton there in the 88? It is. Mark Morton in the 88 almost pushed it to 4 wide there. Gets back in behind Wagner. Working down there through turn 4 off here, down across the back, and on heading towards that front straightaway. 25 laps to go and they cross the line. Halfway. Down in the corner number 1 and 2, side by side there. You got Piling down there on the bottom side. Hunter there in 3rd. Sprinkle there out front at the moment. Wagner up there on the high side. Everybody filed it back out to 2 wide here as they head on down through off of turn number 3 and 4. Heading back towards the front stretch. Wagner leading that top lane, the 27 there. Hunter leading that center lane. And down there on the bottom side is Adam Sprinkle bringing that bottom lane here. Tight corners, tough racing here at Talladega. At 24 there, 24 laps to go for the James Wagner Welding Super Speedway Series from Rough Deck Racing as they head on down through the backstretch. In the corner number 3, Rowdy down there on the bottom side pushing along Sprinkle. Hunter there in the center being pushed along by BB. And then up there to the top side is Wagner being pushed along by the 3 of Johnny Hurst. Mark Morton ended up falling back a little bit to about 8th. And oh no, trouble! Rowdy gets caught up in another one here. All right, you see them. Everybody's 3 wide. We know that 13 got involved. All right, you see it. Hurst ends up coming down the racetrack, getting into 13, loses it a little bit, trying to gather it back up, ends up loose. The 13 comes down too far, ends up into the side quarter panel of Rowdy. Morton comes down, tags the 13 of Ramsey. And around they go up there on the top side. Hurst ends up coming down, ends up clipping Ramsey again. Wagner staying clear of it. A lot was going on around him. As he was up there to the top side, I guess he was a little bit ahead of it all. So, I mean, Morton tried to make an evasive move, couldn't quite do it, ends up caught up in it. He back there, tore up. Hurst has a meatball on that number 3. We'll have to bring it to pit road. There's something wrong with that right front on that machine. Here they all come on the pit road here out of 4. As I said, Hurst with the meatball. You see the 83 coming in. Brian Tiffany not there. Ben Summerford coming in on the pit lane. Matt Barker up here on the Speedway, coming in the pit lane now. And he locks it up. Are we sure Matt's driving that truck tonight? Seems a little lost. All right, see him coming off pit road now. Hurst still on pit road, trying to get things fixed. Had a great race going, too. Now we're down to 21 to go. Liam Beebe out there in third. Dakota Iskrig there fourth. Barry Tollison there fifth. Doug Wagner there sixth. Hurst still down there on pit road with a meatball. Wait for Brett in third. Clear down to run in 22nd. And now a lap down. There, got the lights out there, getting ready to come back here. Green flag racing. Dakota Iskrig back here in fourth. Second caution of the night. Doug Wagner sitting about sixth. Up there on the high side. Brian Hunter there in front. Adam Frankel second. That is your front row for the restart. All right, here we go. Down through, off the front corner. Now, if you want to look up, definitely keep taking a look at our descriptions here at Player Farm TV. We do try to keep our links updated there for certain things. Green flags in the air down here out of corner number 1 they go. Down here off the triangle, down into corner number 1 they go. Ryan Hunter getting a great start down there on the inside. That outside lane kind of falling apart. Everybody shifting down there to the inside lane. Doug can't quite get there. There you go. Now they're bringing that top side back to life. Wagner looking there. Oh boy, hang on there. Careful. Side by side here now coming up through the pack. 19 laps to go. You got the number 2 there of Richardson. Ben Ryan there around him in the 67. They're right behind him. Down on the bottom side, that's Jake Wilkinson in the number 20. Out there in front, it's Ryan Hunter leading that bottom side. Dakota Iskrig leading the top side. There in about third or fourth is Barry Tollinson and Adam Sprinkle fighting for that position. As there, the second car is back on the second truck's back there in the line. Down the back straightaway. Who's going to be the brave one to jump out of line and try to make it another 3-wide situation? Not really seeing that yet. Everybody's trying to just get a couple laps under their belt. Dakota Iskrig there in third. Barry Tollinson there fourth. Wagner back there in about sixth. Try to keep along with that top lane. There comes Carmen out of the trial down here in the corner number 1. 17 laps to go. We work down the back stretch. Everybody side by side. Here in the corner number 3. Dakota Iskrig now is your leader of the bottom lane as Barry Tollinson brings that top lane up, being pushed along by Wagner. Down here in off of 4. As they keep working on down through off the front. Down here towards corner number 1. Oh no, and the 28 gets loose. Oh, and he ends up taking the 30 there of Wagner. Wagner now there having issues. Tollinson with a meatball. We've seen that a few times. Smoke rolling out of the back of that machine. He hit that wall hard. We'll try to see if we can pick up exactly what happened here. Not sure if it was a bad push or what it was. Looks like he was just trying to get, looks like a bad push, and he just ends up overcorrecting, couldn't quite get it corrected correctly. Ends up into the outside lane. I'm not sure how bad Doug Wagner is. He still continues on, but he definitely has some front damage to that machine. I see him coming down the back stretch here. Heading into pit road. Locking it up. And that's how quickly stuff can go wrong here. Also, when you're going at these speeds, It is amazing how quickly things can go awry. When you watch these trucks go around here. There you see him, he's trying to correct it. Going to slide it. Now he's going to try to correct the other way. Going to try to go the other way. And he just ends up in this little bit of a fishtail thing. And it happens so quick. You're watching it slow-mo there, him rocking that wheel. So here we go. Here's full speed. Ends up just getting a little bit loose and just could not catch it. He did the best he could to try to catch it. And that will be about it. That's what happens in front of him. In front of Ben Ryan. Great job kind of just sticking with it. I mean, things happen so quick. I do want to say Tolenson, great job for keeping it on the upper side of the racetrack to let these drivers get by. Dakota Iskrig now becomes your leader. Liam Beebe there in second, so he'll go to the outside. Eric Copperthorne third. Jack Wilkinson there in fourth. Matt Barger in the pits. Doug Wagner looks to be out. Matt Barker's on the lead lap, just stuck back here. I'm not sure what's going on, if he's just sitting in the pits. He's going to end up going a lap down here. Matt Barker was on the lead lap. Now ends up going a lap down. Mark Morton in the 88. He's going to try to beat the pace car out. And looks like he might do so. Liam Beebe going up top. Lights are out on that truck. We're going to go back. Green flag racing. Be back with the green flag in just a quick moment.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
Yeah, I would say there, Neil, that double stuffed Oreo might have got a little double stuffed. Crew did a great job getting them back out onto the raceway. Here in position 17. Yeah, he's towards the back, but at least he's still running. All right, down here out of the corner, 98 of Eric Coburn taking to the lead. 12 laps to go. And we're going back out through here. Green flag is out. 12 to go for the James Wagner Welding Super Speedway Series. Down out of turn number 3 and 4. Each driver doing what they can to make sure that they're getting out in front of everything. Side by side there for third. With Liam Beebe up top, leading that outside lane there in front of the 20. The 27 now forces the 20 to go 3 wide. I don't think the 20 really wanted to go 3 wide, and now he'll get shuffled way back. As the 83 brings that top lane up, hopefully, as they get it organized there. Is the 27 there, Brian Hunter, and right there, along with the 67 of Ben Ryan. Out front is Eric Carpenter and Ty Manning. Coming through the tri-oval. Here's a 10 to go. Hopefully the driver you came to watch is still in it. Eric Copperthorne out front, leading the way down here in the quarter number 1, the 78 of Ty Manning, and then Liam Beebe up there, up on the top side. Sitting currently third in that 83. Looks like we got a third row trying to form. Looks like we had Eric Copperthorne in that number 98. Or I'm sorry, no, Ty Manning and the number 78 jumped to the high side. Going to start leading that outer lane there, up there, those top front rows. But we do have a lane starting to work on the high side. We got them shuffling there, 3 wide there for some rows. There's a 67 there. Ben Ryan jumps up there to lead that outside lane. Does anybody else jump up there with him? You see Rowdy down there, 4th car back on the middle row. Chris Ramsey in the 13. Down here out of the corner, down through the backstretch. 8 drivers, everything's hanging out here. We're 9 laps to go. Back out onto the front stretch as they come around here. Tim Richardson there, Tim Richardson there in the 5th spot. In that number 2 down there on the bottom side. Barker sitting in the pits. Iskrig, I thought was out on track. There's Iskrig in that number 40. Jack Wilkinson up here in the mix of it all. 19 cars up here in amongst all this traffic. As they work down here out of corner number 1 and 2, you got that 78 up there to the high side. Ty Manning there in 2nd, Adam Sprinkle 3rd, Liam Beebe there 5th, Brandon McKee there 6th. Working on down through out of the backstretch, up there on that upper high side. We got that 67, Ben Ryan. Ryan Hunter there in the 27, somewhere in amongst all this. As we see them all coming down through the tri-oval, going to bring up here the 7 laps to go as they cross the stripe once they get to the backside of the tri-oval. As here at Talladega, that start-finish line is after the tri-oval, unlike Daytona where it's in the center of the tri-oval. So they technically have a slight turn, one extra slight turn before the start-finish line ends the race here at Talladega. 7 laps to go. Almost 3 wide, every row back. First 4 rows back, I should say. And they head down here in the corner number 3 and 4. Top lane has about 4 trucks in it. Next row down has about 7 trucks in it. Everybody out down there on the bottom side. 19 trucks all stacked up in that tight pack. Hang on to it. We got the 57 there shifting down a little bit. Things can happen when you start trying to push it to go 4 wide. You don't quite want to do that. Here they work out a corner number 2. The 67 up there on the top side. You're seeing Ty Manning there in 3rd. And that 78 as he's sitting there on the middle row leading it. They got Adam Sprinkle in the 77 down there on the inside. Tight racing here as they come out of turn 4. On board there with Adam Sprinkle. Sponsored by James Wagner Welding. As they roll on down here into the tri-oval. Soon to be 5 laps to go here at Talladega. You got that 67 up there leading that top row of Ben Ryan. The 78 there of Ty Manning leading the 2nd row. And the 98 of Eric Carpenter leading the bottom row. And the race at the moment. As they're all staggered out down there through the backstretch they go. Hang on to it. Don't get too squirrely. You don't want to shuffle off something that will be detrimental here. As you're so close to the finish. You want to try to finish. I know you want to win, but just try. First goal is to finish. Down through that back stretch off onto 4. Down here through the tri-oval. The 78 there trying to get that center lane to pull up through the front. Or should I say push them up towards the front. Drivers unsure which lane they want. Rowdy's back here in about 12th. The 77 there of Sprinkle in 4th. Piling, like I said, is in 12th. Gary Miller there in 14th. That middle lane getting a little squirrely. That's what I get nervous about is when these trucks start dipping side to side like they are. As we said earlier, things can happen in a big, big hurry. Down here through the front stretch, down here across the stripe. 3 laps to go. And these trucks start to scatter here up there towards the front, trying to figure out which lane they want. Rowdy now brings it up through the middle. He's going to push that 78 of Ty Manning up through. Right behind him's Ramsey. Ramsey ended up clear down there towards 10th or 11th. Now he's back up here towards the front. As they shove that middle lane up through, trying to get somewhere. Ty Manning's there out front, up 14 spots. Rowdy, now he's trying to move his way up. And they work down the back stretch, or front stretch here through the tri-oval. 3 wide for the first 4 rows. Uh-oh. Seeing a little bit of blinky out of a couple of drivers. Some of them playing blinky. One of them being that number 83 of Liam Beebe. Working there off of 2 laps to go. Down through the backstretch. Half a lap to go before we can say it'll be official. Down here in the corner number 3. Up here to the end, we got caution as a truck is up in the air, upside down. Unsure who that is. And we try to get word on it. Not sure who that was. Was just 1 corner shy. And I have a feeling it might have been started possibly from Beebe. No? That Oreo truck. Oh, that's why we got shoved 4 wide there. Take it from the chopper. That did him coming on down through there. You see that number 6 of Wayne Isabel. That bottom lane, or that middle lane all stacked up. Gives him a shove. The 28's going to try to back off to keep him lined up. Isabel's going to jump up instead of backing off and going to put him 4 wide. And when he comes back down, he's going to squeeze that 28 down to the bottom. And when that top lane comes down, the 28 really has nowhere to go. The 6 is kind of committed. Ends up into the side of the 28. The 28 tried to give him more room, and the 6 gets more room from him. Puts him down there, ends up loose, and they both end up. And the 28 ends up getting down there into the 31. And up across the speedway, Liam Beebe goes up and over. Gets punted up into the catch fence. What a ride there for Liam Beebe. Bringing it down on all fours, though, and then gets hit in the driver door once again. That'll probably be it for Liam Beebe here tonight. And here we'll go on board with him. That's on board with Liam Beebe. And yeah, just that quick. I mean, you're going along. He has no thoughts or nothing. And all of a sudden, he's got a truck up into him. And just that quick. He had no clue it was coming. And I think that engine's dead as you watch that RPM drop. Now you're running about 7,200 right now. Then all of a sudden it drops. Yeah, it's completely silent. Wow. Tough break there for Liam. Had a great run going. I see Manning now, your leader, piling there in second. Copperthorne there third. Ramsey there fourth. Sprinkle fifth. It'll be a green-white checker. To Mark Morton. Some damage on the front end of that machine. Wayne Isabel back here towards the back. Along with the 17 of Mike Presley. That's not a good club to be in there, Neil, I don't think. BB most likely done here with the fixes that are needed on that machine. She will not get out. He will not get out before the caution flag is up. Now that James, this is the James Wagner Welding Super Speedway Series. Lights are out. We're going to go back and try to get this rolling once again. 2 laps will be the distance when we take the green flag. Down here out of the corner, you see the pace truck driven by Fred going to pull down here onto the pit road. Now we're going to get back going. Green flag racing. Cameras brought to you by here tonight. By that track cams you see up in the top corner. Link is in the description. And we got Ty Manning out there in front. Eric Carpenter getting a great jump down there on the bottom side as well. Jimmy there on the outside, going to try to get somewhere going here. He's got Ramsey there behind him, giving him a great push here through to 1 and 2 as they worked out through the backstretch. Getting a great run there, a great push from the 13. That's going to shove Rowdy out there to the lead. So Jimmy Piley now, he's going to drop down, so will Ramsey. Well, he's not going to drop down completely. He's going to run a little bit higher. As they run down here in the corner, number 3 and 4, back around here towards the front. It looks like we got Adam Sprinkle up there to shove to the outside. And James Wagner Welding, number 77, as they work down through the front stretch. Drivers are going everywhere, trying to find out where they want to be. 1 lap to go as they come across the stripe once they get there. 1 lap to go. Final lap. Rowdy currently hanging on to the lead down there on the inside. Ramsey pushing them along down there on the inside. You got the 98 of Eric Kopp throwing down there. Third car back on the inside lane. The 78 there of Ty Manning's leading that middle lane. Trying to keep it together, and Rowdy ends up giving a shot without a line. Has to gather back up. That's going to lose his momentum coming through 3 and 4. He's going to fall back here to about 4th. And come here out of 4th. Can he gather it back up and make some sort of run here? And oh no, he gets turned and up and over. Rowdy goes along with another driver. Rowdy taking a huge tumble. Trying to figure out who the winner is. Wayne Isabel down here. He's going to spin, and another truck almost goes over. Rowdy's got it back upright somehow. And did manage to finish the race back here in 17th. Winner, I'm showing as Wayne Isabel. Not exactly sure. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Sam Lucia there second. Mike Presley back here third. We're going to have to watch him come into the checkered flag here to really see what the heck happened. As so much went on. As we try to find out who the winner is, who the leader was at the time of the caution. And you see them there. Coming through off that corner. Right there you see the 20 of Jack Wilkinson. They're all going to get down there in lane, just mayhem behind. Here comes the 6 to the high side. Going to end up dipping down low. Somebody disappears, somebody else disappears. So I'm trying to figure out who the winner might be. I think his scoreboard's a little off. Let's see what my grid shows, or my results show. I might need a little help from the race administrators here, possibly. All right, no, it is right. Okay, there we go. Ty Manning is your winner with Tim Richardson there in second. Jack Wilkinson there third. Those are the 3 drivers that I thought disappeared on me, and I was trying to figure out where they went. So they will be your top 3. Wayne Isabel finished 4th. Sam Lucier there 5th. Mike Presley 6th. Chris Ramsey 7th. Brandon McKee 8th. Dakota Iskrig there 9th. Ben Ryan there 10th. Robert Monday there in 11th. Adam Sprinkle there 12th. Barry Tollinson there in 13th. Gary Miller 14th. Ben Summerford there 15th. Jimmy Powland in 16th. Ryan Hunter in 17th. Heading on down through here. 18th going to Eric Carpenter. 19th Mark Morton. Liam Beebe there 20th. Matt Barker there 21st. Doug Wagner there 22nd, Johnny Hurst there 23rd, and Brian Tiffany back here in 24th. So that is your finishing order here. Let's see who we got to get a hold of, if we could do so. Oh, I wasn't in Discord, so that might have helped me out a little bit here tonight. Let's get here with Mike Presley. Or not Mike. Why am I thinking? I need to get with... That wording's wrong. I need to get with Jack Wilkinson. That's who I need to get with. Good evening there, Jack. How's it going?
What's up, man?
What a finish there tonight.
Oh, dude, that was crazy. Airborne coming across the line, man.
Yeah, well, they were airborne before that.
Yeah, I'm watching the replay now. Jimmy went for quite the ride back there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. We're going to take another look at it here after the interviews. But, yeah, Jimmy took one hell of a ride coming to the finish.
Yeah, I was hoping they were going to keep it together because the outside momentum was coming. The 78 was down to less than a lap of fuel. So there was a chance he was going to run out. And then when Jimmy got turned, that pretty much did it in. I jumped up high coming off of 4, hoping they would have the momentum and keep it clean. But they ended up getting turned, and that pretty much did me in for third at that point.
I mean, you still had a great run tonight, nonetheless. My standpoint here, it looks like you came up 10 positions. Well, no, I'm not sure because my one scoreboard's so goofed up at the moment.
Yeah.
So I don't know quite where you started to where you finished. I could just say that you possibly came up quite a bit of positions.
I think I took the restart about 15th and just got lucky with the way the field parted out and was able to drive up the middle and end up third.
Well, you did a great job tonight getting that truck up here. You got sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank?
Oh, man, the 78 of Manny, we've been racing a long time, so just kind of stuck with him all night. I'm glad he was able to get the win. Maybe one day I'll get up there and take one away from him because he's on quite the hot streak this year.
Yeah, there's been quite a bit of competition here on Monday nights with the Roughneck Super Speedway Series. It's been great. I don't think we've had a repeat winner week to week.
Yeah, I think this is probably the cleanest race, one of the cleaner races we've had all year. I think we went almost 15 laps under green to start the night.
Lap 13 was the first caution.
Yeah, that's a pretty good stretch with how we were racing. We were 3 wide throughout the field almost all night, so the fact we were able to get that much green flag in was a blast. Impressive.
Yeah, I think it was only a total of 3 cautions all night.
Yeah, it was a fun night. It was a good race. Yeah, had it clean.
Well, you got sponsor shout. Well, yeah, you did mention your sponsor and shout outs, correct?
Oh yeah.
Alrighty. Well, congrats there on 3rd place tonight. Hopefully, you can carry this momentum into next week.
Hope so. Appreciate it, man.
Alrighty. Well, you have yourself a great night there, Jack, and we'll see you next week.
You too, dude.
All right, that was Jack Wilkinson. Now we'll get with our 2nd place winner here, Richardson. Good evening, Richardson.
What's up, Fleeger? How are you, buddy?
Oh, doing okay. How's 2nd place feel after that craziness tonight?
I mean, I thought it was a pretty good race. We were 3 wide for several occasions for several laps. The guys did a good job tonight. Yeah, it's nice to get a podium and come in here and talk to you. I feel like every Monday I'm getting wadded up and not even finishing the races here lately. So this was it's been a really good night. Happy.
Yeah, it's tough getting Lady Luck on your side.
It is, especially in these races. You know as well as I do. You've definitely got to have a lot of luck out here. And I definitely had it. There was one wreck, I think it was Dougie, and the 28 maybe happened right in front of me. I don't know how I avoided that. I'll have to go back and watch it, but I thought for sure my night was over as soon as I saw them sideways in front of me. Luckily, we got out. I think I actually finished this race with a 0X. I'll have to confirm that, but I think I got away with the 0X, which shocked me.
Whenever you come out of a super speedway race with 0X, that's a good night.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't care where your finish is.
0X. Right.
I don't care where your finish is. If you finish the race with a 0X, you had yourself a good race.
I was pretty elusive tonight. I was dodging them and making sure that I got checked up and didn't arc or break anybody. I just trying to be extra careful tonight.
Well, and it paid off. I mean, you put that machine up there in the second place. You got sponsor shout-outs. Anybody you want to thank for helping you get there?
Absolutely. James Wagner Welding, couldn't do it without him. Been with us since day one. Best sponsor the league could possibly have. So shout out to Uncle Jamie and James Wagner Welding. Shout out to 760 Graphics, Heath Job, for hooking me up with all my paint jobs. Appreciate him. My admins, Ryan, Johnny, Ramsey, my teammates. I hated to go outside and go against my teammate Jimmy there, but I was thirsty for a podium tonight, so I had to do what I had to do there. But shout out to my teammates Jimmy and Ramsey and Adam Sprinkle tonight. They ran with me. And that's it, man. Shout out to the drivers in this league for coming out and putting on a great race tonight. Thank you, of course, for the broadcast, buddy.
Well, hopefully your teammate's okay. I mean, I've heard of them direct drive wheels snapping people's arms and stuff, so I hope that didn't happen to him tonight.
I'll have to ask him. He wasn't complaining in the chat, so hopefully that's not the case.
I mean, because he took one hell of a ride.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch what happened on that last lap. I saw chaos in the rear view, but I just kept the pedal to the floor, and I'll take second. I was committed to pushing Ty. I wasn't going to leave him, so congrats to him, and thank you again for the broadcast.
No problem. Hopefully you can continue this momentum going forward into next week.
Well, we're definitely going to try. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, because it looks like we're taking on ARCA at Dega.
Yeah, we'll be right back here in the ARCA cars. It should be a good one. Hopefully you'll see a lot of three-wide racing like we saw tonight, and just a few little mistakes we got to clean up here and there. But other than that, great race tonight. Proud of everybody.
All righty, congrats, Tim, for second place, and we'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Thank you, Adam.
All right, that was Tim Richardson, our second place winner here tonight. Now we'll get with Ty Manning, our winner. Good evening, Ty. How's it going?
Hey, man, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm sure you're glad to watch all that stuff going on in the rearview mirror and none of it close enough to hurt you.
Oh, 100%. Especially once we took the white. I actually ran out of gas right after the checkered. So I was just hoping for carnage. One green white checkered had me, biting my nails close enough. I just needed to get to the white flag, and we got it.
So you're saying if it was extended by another 2 laps, you weren't making it?
Oh no, I would have to do that hard pull down pit road and put some gas in it to just make it to the end.
Well, luckily it worked out in your favor and you got the win. And congrats on that. We're back here in ARCA cars next week. Is there anything you could take from, learning how the others were driving around you that you could take into next week?
The great thing about this series is they've showed a lot of improvement. Tonight was awesome racing. Like I said, I only saw from my cockpit, but obviously when we were up there 3 wide and the bottom lane and the middle lane were side by side, we were drafting each other hard, right? I think that was awesome. If we can continue that improvement, that racecraft that we had tonight, it'll be another great race next weekend, or next week, sorry.
We're looking forward to seeing it. You got sponsor shout-outs. Anybody you want to thank for helping get you on that victory tonight?
Of course, always want to shout out the league. They do a great job taking care of us and putting on some good racing. The admins, everybody here are awesome. So Wagner's Welding, everybody that supports that, and the Roughneck Series. Of course, always my friends and family that do come and watch. I appreciate them. Then one of my good buddies there, the 20, Wilkinson, he was behind me. We stuck together pretty good most of the night. He got shuffled back and then made his way back up there. So glad he got a top 3 also. And then appreciate Timmy for the big push right there at the end.
Alrighty, well, congrats on that victory. Hopefully this momentum carries you forward into next week for you as you take on Dega again, but this time in the ARCA cars.
I'm going to have to defend the title right now, huh?
Well, it looks like we have twice at ARCA with Dega with the ARCA cars. Once next week, and then a few weeks later, we're back there again.
Well, if we can double it up and run good both times, that would be phenomenal.
So, alrighty, well, congrats again tonight for that victory, and can't wait to see what next week has in store.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Catch you next week.
So that's Ty Manning, our winner here tonight. As chaos ensued coming there out of turn number 4. We'll take another look at it here. This is just crazy what happened here to Pyland. And we watch here as it unfolds. Just coming here to the finish line. You see them all get stacked up there on the bottom. A bad push there. The 13 ends up a little high. Shoves them around. Up and over goes the 27. Then Ram Pyland gets caught twice. Ends up and over. Back on all fours. Disappearing for a moment. And then he comes back and drives it across the finish line on all fours. '27 of Ryan Hunter also went for a ride, it looked like. He up there, he's the first one to go up and over. He's on top of the trucks. I can't imagine the look out of the 67 there. Ben Ryan. He ended up taking quite the shot there. Coming to the line here. On board here. So here, if you're watching here, here's on board with the 67. He's going to see this all happen in front of him. He's going to see trucks pick up and over top. He's going to just try to hang on to it, end up getting caught up in something anyway. And then just has to try to make it to the finish line. Ends up coming across in 10th. But great job here tonight. Only 3 cautions or 4 cautions at most. Each driver did a wonderful job here tonight from Talladega. Can't wait to see what's in store next week. As we come back to Talladega for the ARCA cars here with the James Wagner Welding Super Speedway Series from the Roughneck Racing. Thank you so much for watching.
Of your heart,
why aren't you working? Are we live here from Regal Wrap?